Yo, 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 welcome into the Guru Nation Power Hour. What's good, y'all? Spencer Guru here. Another week in the books. Week 3 just got done. Moving on to week 4 now. So, yeah, it was a crazy Monday night doubleheader here. Started off with Bills, Jags. The Bills whooped that ass. Jags went down without much of a fight. And then the Bengals, Commandos, that was a hell of a game. The LSU QB duel, Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, who would come out on top? Well, the Rook shocked the world and took down Joe Burrow and the Bengals. So those are both fun games there. Well, the first one was fun for the people that had Josh Allen in fantasy. The Bills taking a 47-10 dub over Jacksonville, and the Bengals falling 33-38 to the Commandos. So the Bills, one of the few undefeated teams still left. The Jags and Bengals winless on the season. The Commandos somehow moved to 2-1. A lot of crazy stuff. We'll get to all that here. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Fantasy stock report, injury report, Saints talk, and then, of course, you already know it, the In My Humble Opinion segment. Go bring Bogey on and hash out our humble opinion. So, yeah, we're going to do this. Might sprinkle in some week 4 waiver wire talk as well. So, yeah, let's run this intro thing and get right into it, y'all. The Guru Nation Power Hour. Hello, what's up, Guru Nation? Woo! Let's get it on, y'all. Guru Nation Power Hour. We are launched into space. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun episode, y'all. I guess we'll start this thing off by going over I guess we'll start with the Monday night games real quick. Just pull up the box score since they just happened. And we'll get into our fantasy football stock report. So let's pull it up here. The box scores. We'll start off with the crap game here. Get that one over with. The Bills and the Jags. Not much fun stuff going on there unless you are a Bills fan or a Josh Allen fan, because this is just one of those weird kind of games where, kind of like last week with the Bills, so where it wasn't that much of a fantasy party due to the fact that, like, they just got a big lead early and didn't really need to keep their foot on the gas. At least Josh Allen got a lot of touchdowns, and he got a good amount of rushing to where, and now this thing is messing up. My bad, y'all. We are trying to get this thing together. Here we go. All right, bet. Okay, so Josh Allen is my point there. I got rudely interrupted by the Matrix, whatever the hell that was. That was just creeping on there. I think I had something on my mouse there slightly, but we got it fixed. So Josh Allen, y'all, 4 tugs, 4 passing tugs, no rushing tugs. Led the team in rushing yards, though. Hell of a night for Josh Allen, the Stallion. Definitely brought some people some Monday night miracles. Wish he'd have kept his foot on the gas, though, because I had him in a league in which I was down by like 50 points. Had chalked it up as an L, and then he made it close. That seems to be what happens with me, man. I hardly ever get a Monday night miracle. I usually always get teased, but sometimes they go, sometimes you'll get the actual miracle. So here we go. Make it a little bigger there. All right. So anyway, though, I'm sure a lot of people did get miracles courtesy of Allen the Stallion. He had a huge night. James Cook didn't have as huge a night as he did last week, but still a pretty good one there with the only 39 rushing yards. They didn't really need to keep him in the game. They've kind of pulled him there. Ray Davis got in late, got a late tug. Ty Johnson was involved. He caught a touchdown there, it looks like. Yep. So all 3 running backs getting in on the fantasy party there. So none of them, though, had gaudy yardage totals. Cook, I mean, he had 4 for 48. So, well, again, a very solid night for James Cook. Not quite as much of a breakthrough as last week, but, I mean, hey, he's established himself as an RB1 there in Buffalo. So the thing is, though, these receivers, man, it's kind of Good thing they got touchdowns because, man, Allen spreads that freaking ball around so much to where no one really dominates there. Khalil Shakir, though, is establishing himself as a pretty strong flex option. I'd say he's the only one at this point that I really trust consistently moving forward. And I guess you still got, if you have Kincaid, you got to stick with him at tight end since there's so few reliable tight ends. Good to see Kincaid find the end zone there early. Feel like he'd have been more involved had this been a closer game, but didn't really need to lock on to one specific weapon. Got to spread the ball around a lot, get a lot of people in. Got Keon Coleman his touchdown, only one target, but at least he caught a touchdown there, so he can't accuse Josh Allen of not looking his way. So that was good to see, but Keon just not involved enough to be a trustworthy fantasy option. And Curtis Samuel, a little more involved, but still not enough to be relevant. And then everyone else on this list just way too unreliable to be in fantasy lineups. But Khalil Shakir, though, at least he caught a touchdown, had a pretty good night, so that was good to see. Jags, though, what a disaster. I went on a rant last week, in my humble opinion, about how Trevor Lawrence is just straight up not very good, and he proved me right there. My gosh, what a terrible performance. Had to put Mac Jones in there. Hell, Mac Jones might take his job at this rate, but they paid him all that money, so he'd have to really suck to lose that job. But just embarrassing, man. The Jags are an utter embarrassment on both sides of the ball, looking like one of the worst teams in the whole NFL. Like, seriously. I know it's only 3 weeks, but the way they finished last year so poorly and then the way they've started this year so poorly, thinking Doug Peterson might be one of the first coaches fired in this the coaching cycle. So he might get fired mid-season at this rate. ETN got some garbage time yards. Did he catch a touchdown? No, he caught a few, though. But at least Tank Bigsby wasn't too involved this week. That was good for ETN. Glad to see him as the workhorse, but they couldn't run the ball much because they were down. So they didn't really get to feature a running back there. Christian Kirk bounced back, did decent there in garbage time. Brian Thomas was getting targeted a lot, just couldn't seem to bring in some of those tough contested catches. He's still a rookie. He'll get better. He's got a bright future. I think once him and T-Law get a good connection going, that offense should be better. But they need more than just him, though. They definitely miss Evan Ingram, man. Evan Ingram's so steady over there, and without him, I mean, Britton Strange caught a tug, but tight end spot not nearly as dangerous without Ingram, and the rest of it just isn't very good. Gabe Davis just isn't a very good receiver. He's a good blocker, I believe, but as a pass catcher, he's just not that great. So Thomas and Kirk, I mean, it's just not that great. This offense just is not really getting it done. So yeah, just I don't know. We'll get to the Jaden Daniels game here in a minute. My dad, what up? He's saying he the only QB he loves Jaden Daniels. The only QB he trades straight up is Allen. Not that anyone would do that. You're living in La La Land. Might start playing him over Hurts. I wouldn't go that far, man. I keep telling you, I believe in the kid Jaden Daniels, but not over guys that are more proven, like a Hurts, like a Mahomes, like a Dak. I can't do it. And come on, Paul. Shout out to Paul. Thank you for tuning in, bro. But Josh Allen is not overrated. I mean, you can make a case. I know he doesn't have the postseason resume of Mahomes, but man, I mean, I think he's more talented than Mahomes as far as a passer and a runner. I think if I was starting a team today from scratch, I'd take Josh Allen as my franchise player. Like, I'm dead serious. As great as Mahomes is, like, although, man, Mahomes just has such a great postseason record. It'd be a tough choice, but it would definitely be either Allen or Mahomes. What up, Squid? Appreciate you rocking with us, man. Do I trade Pickens and Shakir for Dobbins? 10-man PPR, man. Getting some trade questions already. Already looking to trade. Nah, I wouldn't do that. J.K. Dobbins, I mean, he's looking like the main guy for the Chargers, but unless you're really weak at running back, I wouldn't do this because, I mean, Pickens, he should have some better days ahead, and then Shakir has established himself as a steady flex play. I don't trust Dobbins enough to do this trade, so nah, I would pass on that. Would you trade for Kenneth Walker? Yeah, I actually would because he's hurt right now. Somebody that's down bad might be willing to trade him for cheap, but he should be back within the next week or two. And once he comes back, he's very reliable. So yeah, I think it's a good time to trade for Ken Walker. Yeah, because I think the Seahawks are pretty legit. That'd be one of my humble opinions about how I feel like Pete Carroll was screwing them. So yeah, I would say Ken Walker's goodbye. Lou, what up, Tino? Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, we both took the L this week, man. Saints and Cowboys fell short. Derek, salute. What up, Derek? Subscribe and hit the thumbs up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, my brother. You said Dak. No, that's I mean Dak for fantasy is good. For in reality, he's not the best, but I mean he's better than Trevor Lawrence. I'll say that. Somebody in my league just traded Josh Allen and Amari Cooper for Derek Carr and Neighbors. It's a 2 QB super. That's a terrible deal. I like Neighbors. I mean, I think he's better than Cooper, but Allen and Carr are not even on the same stratosphere. So that's a terrible trade. They got suckered into the Derek Carr hot start. Perfect example of buy low, sell high. They sold high on Carr and it paid off. So got to play that fantasy stock market. We'll have our stock report in just a bit. Just going over these two Monday night games. This next one here, Commandos Bengals was the more exciting of the two. 38-33, a matchup made in heaven there. Two former LSU Heisman Trophy winners, Jaden Daniels and Joe Burrow, duking it out. Both have big fantasy nights. Jaden with 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. Burrow with 3 passing touchdowns. Jamar Chase blows up as his best game of the year. Scary Terry McLaurin finally breaks out with some deep bombs. Caught the deep touchdown that basically sealed the game. A hell of a game, hell of a performance from Jaden. The only negative here is Austin Eckler had to leave with a concussion. He was having a nice game, but unfortunately had to leave early. Brian Robinson found the end zone. Not a very efficient performance from him, but at least he wasn't a total bust. But anyway, yeah, the receivers outside of Terry, nothing special. Luke McCaffrey made some plays. Zach Ertz made a couple good catches there late. And as for the Bengals, Yosiva, I think is how he says it. He caught a touchdown, had a nice game. T. Higgins was back, didn't do a whole lot. Better days ahead for him, though, most likely. Mike Gesicki did pretty good, looking like he might be a decent back-end tight end one. The rookie Eric All was involved some. Zach Moss had a nice fantasy game. That was good to see. I got some Zach Moss shares, so I was happy about that. Chase Brown also did pretty good. More of a compliment to Moss, but good to see the Bengals running game get going despite the L. Let's see. His QBs will be Minshew and Carr now. Oh, yeah, that's he's in trouble, my brother. He is going to be in for a long season, bro. Yeah, y'all's linebackers are rough because, I mean, Parsons, he's not really a linebacker. He's just an edge defensive. And, yeah, y'all's linebackers are pretty bad. Hey, man, I mean, I gotta be honest, man. I mean, I'm no Red Sox fan, but Fenway Park when I went was a hell of a time. Great vibe over there. And I mean, Dak's good for fantasy. I mean, you can't deny that. You might not like the guy, but he puts up freaking points. Both LSU QBs do 100%. Man, LSU, gonna say it was DBU then WRU. Well, maybe it's actually QBU. Did Derek Carr turn back into a pumpkin? Oh, hell yeah, he did. And the thing with Derek Carr, I'll get to it when we get to our Saints segment, but the thing with Derek Carr, if he doesn't have great protection, he is a pumpkin. He's great when he has great protection, but as soon as the Eric McCoy, the Saints center, got hurt, all hell broke loose. And then also number 7 right here, shout out to Taysom. He was hurt too. That definitely hurt our offense. Yeah, facts, Paul. It's been a hell of a run for LSU at that receiver position, no doubt. Right. Oh man, yeah, he didn't see too well in his fourth quarter. I guess that mascara wasn't as waterproof as we were thinking. Oh boy, but yeah, this was a hell of a game. Glad to see these two offenses go at it, and right, yeah, yeah, the blueprint game, man. Yeah, and the Eagles kind of blueprinted us. That's just kind of how the NFL is. It's like 1 week a team gets exposed and the next week another team gets exposed. It's all about making those adjustments week after week. Who can adjust each week? And the Chiefs and Andy Reid seem to be the best at that, being able to adjust and never being too stale, always being fresh and knowing how to stay up on the latest, if that makes sense. I mean, I'm not an NFL coach, but that just seems to be the wave. It's just a lot of times it comes out and not necessarily who's the most talented. I mean, the Chiefs have a very talented team, but I mean, it's just they're just so good at adjusting. I mean, everyone's talented, but That's the big key, is who can adjust on the fly, who can get these adjustments right each week, and the Chiefs seem to be the best at that. But enough about the Chiefs. I can't stand them. They also get a lot of help from the refs, so we'll move on from them. Let's talk. We'll just get the injury report out the way. I was gonna do a stock report, but we'll just get the injury report out the way. Get the bad news done first. So luckily, not quite as many injuries this week. Still a decent amount though. Oh man, I'll get apologies for that, man. I got this crappy lighting kit here. I'm gonna get my good lighting kit next week back. So y'all just bear with me here. It might be a little blurry for the rest of the show, but no, we're all right. Let's keep going. Injuries, y'all. Sam Laporta, our first big name I want to talk about. Sam Laporta. They said it's a low ankle sprain, but I don't know if I believe that, because it's they're saying he might be out to week 6. Shout out to Lee, our ear to the streets, for reporting on the Laporta news. Sounds like he might miss a few weeks. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to need a drink before I have to go over the rest of these injuries. My goodness. So it is a power hour, so pour your drinks. Do your thing. It's a power hour. Cheers. So anyway, yeah, I'm trying to get through this injury report. There's some names I don't want to talk about on here because I got shares of them. It's like, damn it, we've been getting decimated with all these freaking injuries. I don't want to have to hear more injury and stuff. So, but anyway, let's just get through this damn injury report. So Sam Laporta, I got him in some leagues. This sucks. I have to find a tight end in this freaking wasteland of a tight end landscape. It's so terrible. So Coors Banquet, that kind of goes with the Saints colors. And let's talk about it. Oh yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, it was. It wasn't necessarily like dirty, but I mean, it was pretty rough. I actually didn't see it in real time, but it was. Yeah, I heard it was pretty rough. So I think I saw the replay. I tried not to. I don't know. I was kind of like, it was kind of hard to watch, but. Oh yeah, because that's what it was. They didn't blow the thing dead. Yep. Exactly. That's what it was. I knew there was something weird to it, because some people were saying the Saints were dirty. But I was like, I don't think so. I think there was something odd with it, but yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So anyone hating on the Saints, piss off, because will Devontae Smith play? I mean, probably not, if I had to guess, this week. Most concussions tend to take a week. And you ain't lying, Bogey. Lost a lot of good men this week. Yeah, let's just finish the injury report here. Concussions. We had a trio of concussions this week, y'all. Devontae Smith, Trey McBride, and Austin Eckler. The McBride thing's really annoying because he had a great matchup on tap for this week. It was supposed to go against the Commanders, who freaking suck on defense, gave up a ton to the freaking what was the Bengals tight ends, Gesicki and Eric All. So yeah, we had that, but unfortunately probably won't have McBride this week for the Cardinals. And then Devontae Smith probably out as well. And then Austin Eckler, he'll almost certainly be out, being that his concussion happened tonight. So it'll be one less day for him to clear the protocol. So got some good news, though, as far as Sam Darnold. When I heard Darnold, I was like, damn, I got him in leagues. He's my super flex QB in a good amount of leagues. But he left the game with a knee late, I believe, when they already had that thing won. But MRI results came back, no structural damage to Sammy D's knee. So that was good to see there. Glad that he's going to be all right. Should be good to go for this week against Green Bay. Huge game there, 3-0 versus 2-1. NFC North looking like a stacked division. So cheers to Sammy D not having a bad injury. All right, Justin Herbert. Oh man, that was tough. High ankle sprain, shouldn't have played, and then he does play and ends up re-injuring it. So he's probably gonna miss a few weeks, if I had to guess. Pour on out for Herbie, but I mean, what do you expect? I mean, that's on Jim Harbaugh, just being arrogant, thinking he could push his guy through pain, and now he's paying for it. SMH. Chargers were looking good, just lost to the Steelers this week, and then get the Chiefs this week. So Harbaugh really played himself there. ended up losing the game, had his franchise QB get re-injured, now facing the two-time defending Super Bowl champions. Not a good place to be. It just goes to show the NFL, you can be riding high, and then the next week you are not feeling too good. So, yeah, at least my Saints, I mean, we had some injuries, but at least our QB and Kamara didn't get hurt. But anyway, Adam Thielen out a few weeks with a hamstring injury. That's tough because the Panthers are finally getting something going on offense, but this might give Xavier Legette a pathway to targets. He did fairly decent in that game with Andy Dalton, but Deontay Johnson's about to be a freaking monster. So shout out to Deontay. He's about to go off there in Carolina. But, Thielen gonna miss a few weeks. Jalen Warren and Najee also both banged up. Najee's arm was in a sling today, they said, but, I mean, arm injury might be all right, but sometimes those arm injuries can be tricky, so not going to necessarily say he's playing. Jalen Warren sounds like it could be trouble with his knee. He's getting an MRI, so CPAT, it's not pretty, but we call him on this show Corduroy the Pimp, Cordero Patterson. He might be fantasy relevant again if both those guys are out. Also, would be a stock up for Justin Fields because I'm sure they'll need him to run again. What up, King D? Appreciate you for tuning in. Shout out to King D. Week 3 was scripted, right? That's what it seems like. It was called. Yeah, we went over that. Bungholes are 0-3. I'm asking about the Jags. The Jags and the Titans are 0-3. And the Bengals. Damn, yeah. I think those are the only 0-3s. Let's see. Pull up the standings here real quick. Who are the only 3-0s and 0-3s? The Bills are 3-0. The Steelers are 3-0, and the Chiefs are 3-0 as far as the AFC. The NFC, the Seahawks and Vikings are 3-0. So we've got 5 3-0s and then 0-3s. We have no 0-3s in the NFC. And okay, they are only 3 0-3s. The ones I just went over: the Bunghole Bengals, the Jags, and the Titans. So there's that. I know, right? Yeah, some weird shit happened. My RBs are. Oh, this is a trade question. Okay, Augusto. Shout out to Augusto here. RBs are Kamara, Hall, Etienne, and Ford. Wide receivers Godwin, Rice, Neighbors, London. Tight end Bowers and Goddard. Would you recommend me trade Goddard, Etienne, and London for Lamb? Okay, well, you have depth, so. Oh, man. Goddard, Etienne. Oh, and who? London. Okay. All for Lamb. Bogey's nodding yes. Bogey's nodding yes. But let's just bring him on, y'all. Bogey free. Let him know why you take this.
I mean, it's funny because I was like, yeah, I would do that. You know why I would do it? Because I'm just a savage, bro. Like, then I get to have Lamb with all those other guys. I mean, that's how I kind of view it.
Yeah, you'd have a very top-heavy squad there. I mean, then you'd have Godwin, Rice, Neighbors. I'm guessing this 2-flex league. You could get all those guys in your lineup.
Yeah, as long as you're able to start them all, I'm with it. And then at the same time, too, I mean, kind of want to get away from the running back on a bad team. That's Etienne, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
they say that's a bad team, man.
It's a bad team, right? When you're gonna abandon the run when you're playing from behind. That's kind of been their shit for 3 weeks straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the Goddard thing, it's like selling high on the other guys too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sell high on Goddard. I mean, Bauer should be solid. So, yeah, sell high on Goddard while you can. And Drizzy, he's gotten touchdowns the past 2 weeks.
Selling high on Drizzy too.
But, yeah, sell high on Drake London.
Lamb chops.
Exactly. Lamb chops is a good time to buy low on lamb
chops. Right before the fucking Giants game where he should, this is the matchup that makes everyone eat. You know what I mean?
Yep, exactly. Yeah, he's going to eat this Thursday.
At least on paper.
Yep. So let's do it, y'all. Fantasy stock report. Stock up, man. My first stock up challenge. You got the cap on, Bogey. Joanna Man Jennings, bro.
Yeah.
Hell of a game. Won me a weekend. Played him there in the all-in league. Got off the schneid there. No 0-3s for me. No 0-3s. So thank you, Joanna Man.
And you got to go ahead and flip Joanna Man.
This is a good time to flip him. Yep.
Unless you really are in dire straits and you have them, for a reason right now. Like you are the guy dealing with Debo out, or
Yeah,
you
yeah,
are
that's
the
the thing. In
guy.
that league, I had Debo. I had to
There you
get to
go, right?
Debo.
So if it's a necessity word, but if speaking on the stock up, where you flip those guys and you look to the person that needs this person.
Yep, another one I have on this list in the Smitty
I'll
saying
be
it.
right back.
Cool deal.
My
Carson
bad, I'm gonna help
Steele,
my daughter
y'all.
real quick.
Gotcha, man. All good. Carson Steele. Carson Steele is another one that fits that criteria because they'll have Kareem Hunt in the fold soon. And I mean, I think Carson Steele's talented, but I don't think he's going to get the workload like IPOC Isaiah Pacheco was. So I think he's good to have. He's good depth, but if you can get something for him, it might be good to flip him, especially if you're dealing with a team that's really desperate for a running back. But I mean, yeah, Carson Steele, though, I like the kid. I think he's doing good. So it's like, I wouldn't trade him unless you get good value, but he definitely gets a stock up from me. Another real young running back that's trending up, Bucky Irving, taking more and more work from Rashad White. I would actually try to buy him right now because he hadn't really had a breakout yet. So oh well, then yeah, hold him, bro. I mean, yeah, he should start next week. So I mean, yeah, I would yeah, hold on, man. Just keep pounding, man. 0-3 is tough. I thankfully don't have any 0-3 teams, but if I did, it's like I'm not panicking. 0-4, 0-5, yeah, that's when it's time to panic. 0-3, you can recover. I mean, winning 3 straight isn't that difficult. Trying to win 4 or 5 straight, now that's pretty rough. But 0-3 is not the end of the world. So yeah, just hang tight there. And yeah, I like Steele stock up there. Roma Dunze gets a big stock up. Glad to see the rookie eat. Him and Cole Kmet both did well.
Romo Tuesday's on the block.
Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, good. Yeah, Cole Kmet. I definitely try to flip Cole Kmet because these tight ends, man, you can't trust any of these damn tight ends, bro. So someone thinks Cole Kmet's legit, I'd flip him. A Dunze, though, I mean, a Dunze was a high draft pick for a reason. That kid's talented. If I drafted Odunze, I'm feeling pretty good about him as a flex.
There it is.
So another one that gets a big stock up, and he's got a great matchup this week against the crappy Cowboys run defense, bro. Devin Singletary. Devin Singletary is looking like one of those mid-round values. I wish I had more. I wish I had even one share of him. I stayed away because I was like, bad team, bad situation for a running back. But man, the Giants, bro, they've been pretty decent. So Devin Singletary
Who did they
looking
just
nice.
kill? The Browns even?
The Browns, the Commando. Yeah. Well, they lost to the Commandos, but this week they just killed the Browns. Yep.
Their aerial attack is actually opening it up for our man Singletary down there. Because
Malik Neighbors, bro.
Yeah,
having to pay attention to Malik Neighbors. Yeah,
Juan apostrophe Dale and goddamn even Hyatt. Like they're just shredding
Slayton,
down the field. Even Slayton.
Yeah, Danny Dumbass doesn't look so dumb right now. He's looking pretty confident. So
I still think he's dumb. He's just that's all he knows. Like, all right, just throw it down the field.
Yep.
Throw it.
Let's see. You think Jennings is another start this week? Hell yeah, he's a star. As long as Debo's out, Jennings is a must start.
Who do the Niners got this week?
Y'all got the Patriots. I mean, they just got cooked up by Rodgers. And speaking of Rodgers, that's another stock up. I'd say Rodgers looked like he was back this week. So I'd say Ron is now worth a start. Is in the good matchups again. He's proved himself that he's back.
Hey, Rodgers just needs to be like, fuck it, give me the shot every time.
Right? Shoot, and that big Mike Williams more healthier now, and G-Dub is just getting. That's the thing. Rodgers and them, they haven't even
got Malachi Corley in the mix yet. Too.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Yeah, they
eventually they'll have another weapon. Dangerous. Yeah, because Conklin hasn't really been a thing. It's been Lazard who's actually been clutch for Rodgers.
Conklin finally did something in week 3.
Week 3, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Lazard had been the number 2 over there. But let's see. We got one from Santiago. What up, Santiago? What should we do? Yes, sir. What should we do at Reek? I need a running back desperately.
There you go. Running back should I be looking at? If you want to get running back for Tyreek straight up, that's what you're doing. I mean, you should have takers. Yeah. Now you guys got to start shopping. You just got to start shopping.
Who could you flip him for? Like a Kyren? I mean, Kyren just coming off a big game.
I'm definitely shoot high first and trickle your way down.
Exactly. Yeah, shoot high. Well, Saquon, he's also coming off a big game. JT, a lot of the stud running backs had big games.
I'm still going to shoot the offer though.
The King Henry's one that had a big game. Jameer Gibbs might be one. People might be pissed off about Gibbs not getting enough
probably
work.
your buy right there.
That's probably the buy, honestly. Or Bijan might be the buy because people are going to be pissed off with Bijan.
You just keep trickling down.
Exactly. Those are probably the ones.
The lower you get them, you might even get a 2-for-1. The lower you get, if you start you start getting down to like the Brian Robinson plus now, and you know what I mean. Like I know it sounds ugly. I'm just saying, like if you're 0-3 and you're willing to do this already, do it the right way. Aim high first. You know
exactly.
What I mean? Exactly. You just never know. Tyreek Hill is such a brand name, and it's people might be like, "Oh, well, Tua will come back soon." What if there's a 3-0 guy? Yeah, go. I would even start there too. Like target the good record people because they might be feeling themselves and be like, "I'm gonna get Tyreek, and I just got him in the cut, bro." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And diabolically, you're just dismantling their team as much as possible. This is what you got to do. It's war, baby.
Yep, and it's I would probably trade for Kenneth Walker right now because I mean that Charbonnet's been balling, but Kenneth Walker I think will be back in a week or two, and I think he'll take that job back.
100%. And then and over there they're greedy. They're going to share it, but they're not going to share it with nobody. It's just one guy getting all the work, and you have two, even three when Tyler Lockett's healthy. Phenomenal receivers that take the top off. So you're actually not seeing too many stacked boxes if you're that running back. So I mean, look at Charbonnet. He actually had a bit of a day there, and he sucks.
Right. Yeah, well, I don't think he sucks, but he's not as good as Walker. He's not as good as Walker. He's not that
great. Walker's good.
For sure. Trade London and Ramondre Stevenson for Bijan. Ooh, that's tricky.
It's a little expensive.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know, man. Drizzy, you could probably get a little more. I would want a second piece in that deal.
I bet you have
a bench receiver back in that deal.
There's people that are in the league. I bet you in that league, and I don't know this person, right? Or their league, but I bet you in that league, there's like 4 or 5 people that are London truthers.
Exactly. Yeah, I think
it's
kind of
right.
Low
there's people that
London.
Like believe in London.
Yeah, because you got to think.
You can sell high to them because now they're seeing it. They're like, I told y'all.
Yep, Drizzy.
I told y'all. They saw it, right? They find that guy.
Yeah,
otherwise,
facts.
You might be okay having London.
Yeah, the Bijan guy might be a London truther, so I would shoot for more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. I mean,
if he drafted Bijan, he probably likes Atlanta.
You know, good, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stevenson's coming off a bad week. Don't sell low because Stevenson had one bad week. It was the Jets. The Jets are one of the best defenses. So don't sell low on Ramondre.
Yeah,
he's still a fucking workhorse.
He is a little wounded right now. Actually, we'll figure out the practice.
Yeah, but he played on Thursday, so he has some extra days. So he should be good.
Yeah, I think it's like a hand or something. Something happened there.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, he's a fucking rhinoceros.
Oh yeah, exactly. He'll be all right. Yep.
Ramonstador Stevenson.
Yep. The monster. How much of a fab drop on Jennings this week? Ooh, I would say at least 20-25% if you need like a flex play. Of your budget. If it's $100, I would spend at least $25 to $30. If it's $200, I would spend like 50 to 60.
I would look at the trends too in your league. Who spent what in this last couple of weeks? You just go ahead and click that transactions. Just take a gander at what people's like, the hot name of the week, what the average has been, and then maybe overshadow that if you really want him that bad because he came off of 3 touchdowns. Most people are going to chase the shit out of that. You know what I mean? And it might even be in your favor. Like, I would go to 25, 30% if that was the case. If I really needed him and I'm already like down, like say I have $60 out of 100 left and I'm in week 3. Because the first couple weeks, listen.
Make it rain, Carlin for 96.
Listen, man. Hey, shout out to Carl. I was just about to say, after the first 2 weeks, I broke bread on Carson Steele in your league.
Right. Well, he's saying Derek Carr went for 96.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's a single.
Derek Mascara.
Yep. I have Kittle. Okay, King Cox. Well, that's another thing. When Kittle comes back, I mean, Jawada man's probably not gonna I mean,
it's a good offense to have pieces on too. Period. Right? Like
yeah, Carson Steele went for 70. Yeah,
see,
I
I
got
paid 60.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Yeah, I would
Well,
say up for
I
James.
paid 70 actually.
Zach Ertz he ain't shit. I don't think no
He knows the
revenge.
system.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. He's kind of I'm not gonna
It's
worry
also
about
like a
him.
really slim passing pie.
Oh no, yeah, don't the Cardinals suck against tight ends? They used
Washington
to.
versus Cardinals this week?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying Zach Ertz revenge narrative.
Oh, that's
I mean,
fine.
the tight end position sucks, so it's like
really
maybe,
it's not good.
maybe. Goff's droppable.
In a
I
single
hate.
QB?
I mean, to me, he's still a QB2. I wouldn't drop him just yet.
Is he a landmine?
Unless you need depth in a single QB. But I could maybe see it.
You know what I will say? Everyone eats and then Goff doesn't, right? It's kind of amazing, right?
I know,
guess
yeah,
Goff
he's
is
frustrating.
I guess
he's
Goff
the opposite of Josh Allen. It's like Josh Allen, he gets it all, and everyone else.
Everybody ate tonight, though. Shout out to my man, the Stallion.
Yeah, they got a lot of touchdowns. That means the yardage though wasn't
Yeah.
that great, but they didn't really need it because they
Well,
had
he
such a
hasn't
big
had any
lead.
competition this year, bro.
Yeah, all his
Isn't that
games are
crazy?
blowouts. Yeah,
I
he's
guess
just kicking people's
week
ass,
one was a
man.
little bit of a
Yeah,
That's
that
me
one was
going
more
back
back
and
and
forth.
forth against the Cardinals. They had to make a comeback, but the past 2 weeks they just kicked ass. It was over at halftime.
Is there any outlandish Fugazi shit that you're seeing like after 3 weeks? Like what you feel?
Just like with teams or players?
Yeah, like record wise. Like when you look at like the Vikings, like just in what yes or no, are they Fugazi?
Oh man,
Like not even
no,
explanation.
I don't think they're Fugazi as far as like I think they're a legit team. Like I think
they're really good. They're really well coached. Too.
Yeah, I think the one that's kind of Fugazi, and I mean, I'm actually going to compliment them in my humble opinion, but I mean, honestly, though, the Seahawks, because their schedule's been soft.
Yeah, I want to shit on
the Seahawks and the Steelers. Those two have had soft early schedules. So those would be the two I'd say proceed with caution.
With Fugazi.
Yeah, they're not. Where the Vikings, I mean, the Vikings
and like,
beat the Texans. The Vikings just beat a good-ass team in week 1, I'm pretty sure they beat y'all in week 2. They played 2 legitimate teams. I mean, well, I'm complimenting you. I'm saying you're a good team. So, yeah, it's like I mean, I don't think Minnesota's Fugazi.
Okay. What about okay? Here's another burning one right here. Are the Cowboys the Cowboys are just slow starters? Bengals too? Seems like that. Ravens.
I don't know, man. The Bengals are I don't know. I'm starting to worry about them.
It's kind of what these teams have done historically, even in recent history with the Cowboys. They started off just like this last year. Like
yeah, I think the Cowboys will be fine.
Wasn't like that way, but they looked bad for like first
time. I think they'll be okay. I'm kind of worried about the Bengals though because of their division. Like, I think the NFC East is pretty wide open. The AFC North, I mean, like, I know Baltimore is a little down, but I mean, like, Cleveland. Yeah, I mean, that division doesn't look quite as dangerous as we thought it'd be. But it's one of those things where I'm starting to worry about Cincy's defense. That's why I think their defense is just kind of trashed. And
Lou Romo, they didn't figure him out.
Yeah, and I mean, Burrow, it's like, outside of Chase and Higgins, he doesn't really have that much. And I don't know. I'm just like,
Yoshi.
I hate to doubt Joe Shiesty, but yeah, Yoshima did pretty good. So I don't want to write him off yet. I mean, Joe Burrow is too good to write off, but I would definitely be a little concerned if I was a Bengals. Tell that to Russ.
Injury thing though, and when people don't likability is a real thing.
Yeah, no one likes Russ. No one likes it.
I mean, teams don't like him. That's why he got on for the men.
Yeah, exactly.
The men, the veteran men, the cool.
Oh mill. The cool mill. Yep. Oh, we got one from my dad. What running back or receiver would be a fair return if I trade Hurts?
Okay.
This is a single QB, I think. Oh yeah, because he's riding high on the kid Jaden. He's ready to move on from
the way
Hurts.
I'm gonna sell it, right, Pops? Check this out, Pops. This is how I'm finna sell it, right? I'm finna sell it like I'm giving you a running back mixed into a quarterback, right? You're giving him Jalen Hurts. So you're gonna go ahead and target a big fish first, right? Even one that's coming off of an injury, like Joel Mixon. That's what we're doing, right?
Now,
We're gonna
Peacock
target
saying
that
Jordan
range.
Mason.
A Jordan Mason, fuck you, even if it's a rental, but we don't know. I mean, I have Christian McCaffrey is going to
Oh, he's going
Germany.
to Germany.
He's gonna get some stem cell research, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Stem cell treatment, whatever you want to call it. Good for him. Yeah,
I thought we had the best medicine in America. How come all these players that go to Europe when they need them? Maybe
Andrew Luck too.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's
illegal.
we just talk the most. I bet Europe still knows more, like a lot of secrets.
I mean,
They've been
the American way.
They're the oldest of as far as like having the knowledge. Like all the Renaissance and shit all went down.
Here's the thing: is like we cheat in different ways, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're the ones that be
playoff
discovered.
judges
We
and
just
refs. We'll figure it out. See, other countries they'll like juice their players to the gills, right, and like figure out a way to cheat the tests. Like the Russians, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the Russians would do that back in the day.
Figure out a way, right? They're like, all right, we're gonna get all the gold. You know what I mean? Then you start having to be like the baddest motherfuckers. I'll be right back.
Hell yeah.
Gotta help my girl.
Heard that. Give me an idea of a player you would trade for Irving or Walker. I think a good deal for Irving would be like someone like, so like some receiver, like I'm trying to think of some names here. That'd be a good one for Bucky Irving, because Irving's a guy you could get like pretty cheap. I feel like at this point you could probably flip like one of those receivers that's kind of trendy but not that great. Someone like why can't I think of anyone? Just if someone needs like a Jacoby Myers, it's like a solid flex, like a Jacoby Myers, a Wan'Dale Robinson, just someone that gets steady points. A Quentin Johnston, perfect, Peacock. Thank you, bro. Quentin Johnston, Jawan Jennings, just one of those kind of trendy, but you don't really trust them. And then as far as Ken Walker, you need to obviously offer more than that. Maybe like a Jalen Waddle, if someone's willing to take a chance on him. I'm kind of off on Waddle right now, but just someone that's like, or I mean, it might be selling a little low on this guy. I mean, DK Metcalf, swap a Seahawk for a Seahawk. I think Walker long term is going to be more valuable than DK because it's still a run first offense. DK is a good sell high right now, I'd say. So someone like that could be good to flip for Walker. Even like a Stephon Diggs. I think Nico's the guy in Houston, and Tank Dell's yet to hit his stride. So a Diggs for Walker might not be that bad. So yeah, there's definitely guys out there you could flip him for. Let's see. What up? I've seen you before, bro. I'm not sure how to say your name. I don't want to get it wrong, but I recognize you, bro. Appreciate you for coming back. Should I be worried about Jordan Mason, or will he have a good game at home next week? Well, Bogey's our resident Niner. He'll be back in a sec, but I think he'll be just fine. I mean, Mason's been balling, and the Niners, they just had kind of an off week. I think he'll be all right. Yeah, I mean we're doing our thing. We had a little bump in the road this past week, but I think we'll be fine. Just a little blip. But Jordan Mason, Bogey, will he have a good game this week?
They're playing the Patriots.
Yeah, that's a good matchup. I think you'll have the Patriots. Yeah.
At least we still have Ayuk, and now
Ayuk's gonna get going.
With the threat of Jennings, and Jennings has always been a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, Joanna, man, bro.
Yeah, Joanna goes crazy. And then, but I'm just saying, like, because I'm just looking at like who's gonna take the top off for defenses to play honest, and then what I mean, like, also to their pass rush. Like, I mean, I guess they got Keon White. Who else they got over there? Because that is our vulnerability. Like, if you can get Brock like moving around, and you know what too, that actually works too, because like that actually helped us when Brock got moving around. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the Brock, man. Yeah, he got going. So
yeah. I mean,
people were worried about the Brock without Debo and Kittle, but hell, I mean, the Brock was actually better without this. He was locked in with Joanna, man.
I'm gonna be real with you. When you gotta get your money, you gotta reach deep down inside, bro.
Yep. The Brock's gotta get paid.
Brock. The Brock.
Yeah.
The Brock says, but yeah, I think Mason will have a decent game. I think we
Yeah, I think he'll do really well against the Patriots. I think y'all are gonna kill the Patriots. Y'all gonna need.
I hope so.
Y'all need to get back on track.
You know what's fucked up? They might even fuck around and like surprise start Mayday on us, bro.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like during the course of the week, they might didn't Jacoby get banged up?
Oh, Drake Mayday.
Yeah,
Okay,
Mayday.
okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think he did.
Mayday.
Yeah, I
It's
think
going
he
down.
did. I
Mayday. I'm
think he
going
did.
down.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah, I think he did. So, yeah, that could happen. But I mean, I wouldn't be scared of him. He's
No,
still
I'm just saying I
green.
hate trap shit when you have no film on someone and they come
Yeah,
out and they
that's true.
put up
That's
points real
true.
fast and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
What up, Camden? Appreciate you
What's
rocking.
up, Cam?
10-man, 7 starters. I start Stroud, Gibbs, Ramondre, Chase, Nico, McBride, and Etienne with Daniels, Eckler, Waddle, Cooper, Ferguson, and Akers. What move should I make? I would for sure get
You're probably gonna play
Ferguson. Yeah, because McBride's got a concussion. Make sure you get Ferguson in there. I don't think
And the
McBride's
Waddle
playing.
thing. We're gonna get a lot of
So
Waddle questions this week.
I know I wouldn't mess with Waddle. I think the rest I'd keep the same. I know Etienne's been down bad, but I'd probably give him one more week. The Jags should do better. Who they get this week? Let me got my handy dandy here to sketchy at Houston.
You got a handy dandy notebook?
Yeah, division. Hell yeah, dude, division game. I'm old school. The division game. So like, I mean, yeah, I think Etienne still ought to play. The only thing I'd swap out is McBride for Ferguson, and that's due to injury.
Yeah, and
what up, Albert?
What's up, Albert? And damn, and it's Waddle. Hey, I'm
well, he's got Waddle benched right now.
They killed. I know. I'm just saying they killed Skylar Thompson real early.
Yeah, I know. Who are they going to get? Snoop Huntley or Timmy Boyle? That's pretty.
And
gross.
if it's Boyle, we're gonna get a lot more in the passing game. I swear to God, Timmy Boyle shreds.
Well, then we'll have to
all these backups do is
back. We got other shows, bro, during the week, so just come back later if you have any more questions. But yeah, that's the only thing I'd recommend for now. Oh, he's got a trade question too. Would you send Ramondre, Amari Cooper, and Ferguson for Walker, Tyreek Hill, and Parkinson? Oh, hell yeah. That's buying low on Reek. I'd for sure do that.
Yeah, fuck it. Send it.
Because, I mean, the only thing you're really losing, I mean, Ferguson's good. You're kind of downgrading it tight end, but I mean, you're upgrading. I'd say, Ramondre to Walker might be a little bit of a downgrade, but not that much. And then the upgrade from Cooper to Hill is huge.
I just worry about Walker displaying like what Walker has been in the NFL, like dealing with these like core injuries. Like in his rookie year, he famously had the fucking groin or sports hernia or whatever it was, had to get the surgery. He came back and tore it up. Then the next year again, he tore it up, but then he was getting the fucking abdominal shit, and here he is again. That's the one thing I worry about. But I'm willing to take that risk. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, because Stevenson, although I love Stevenson, is gonna get all the work as long as he's healthy, and he's kind of game script proof. So like, if it's a negative game script, he should get some targets there to perhaps give him a floor in the passing game. But yeah, Walker's just on a better team too.
Exactly. One more trade question here before we got to shout out the ear to the streets here. He's got some news for us, but let's get to Jackson's trade here real quick. Would you send Henry in London for Tyreek and Pollard full PPR? My receiving core would be Lamb, Amon-Ra, Tyreek, which is insane. Agreed, but man, I wouldn't give up the king, bro. Not for Tony Pasta.
I'm staying with the king and
he's in for that 20-piece McNuggets, bro. 20 tugs on the ground, and then London.
He's almost there, huh? He has 4 in the year.
That's what I'm saying. He's pacing for it. Yep.
Let's go.
So it's like, yeah. That was JD. Well, you agreed with him, but JD's the first one to call it. Shout out to the fella.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him credit. You're right.
So, but yeah, that's I wouldn't pull the trigger on that because Tyreek, it's like we don't know when Tua's coming back. So keep Drizzy in the king.
He did say the 20-piece chicken.
Yeah, he gonna hit for a dub at 20.
I agreed with it. That's what it was. I jumped out the window.
Yeah, you did. You agreed. So
yeah, because I'm like, come on, like fucking Gus Bus had 13 rushing tugs last year, and 11 of them were in the red zone. Let's fucking go.
Right,
the King Henry now.
Yeah,
what's crazy? The King is gonna hurt a lot of Lamar Jackson in those positive game scripts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, although I mean we had the Gus bus last year, so Lamar will still do his thing. But yeah, I see your point because Lamar he's not on the
right
Stallion. Not the Stallion, but yeah, the King's good. He's gonna kill
it.
it.
The Stallion will rush it.
Yeah.
It's been actually pretty cool that he's allowing these other kids to go in and rush. You're gonna get you a touchdown, kid.
Right.
They're gonna be still fixated on me. You're just walking. You know what I mean?
100%.
That's kind of cool how he's been doing that.
No, yeah, they've been dangerous, bro. They've been fucking dangerous. Bills looking like the best team in football right now. But let's shout out
the sketchy. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
Cardinals,
yeah, the Chiefs, the Chiefs are still Chiefs are still number one. But anyway, let's shout out the ear to the street. Hell yeah. Let's see what Lee's got for us. Boom. Here we go. Raiders sticking with Gardner Minshew after coach Antonio Pierce flirts with quarterback change. All right, good. I'm glad they kept the Ginsu. Don't overreact over 1 week. I still trust
he
the Ginsu.
Slices and dices.
Facts. He slices and dices. And he's got the aura, bro. You can't bench the Ginsu. Mayo said
go back
no
to my
change
original
anytime soon. So it'll be Brissett this week unless there's an injury. And we got some Keon Coleman news. SMH. Keon Coleman benched in the first quarter due to an issue with being on time. Oh my god!
Come on, man! Wasn't even posting a tick.
The kid was late, bro. Oh man!
Well, bro, you ain't even the guy yet, Brody.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't act like you the guy before you the guy.
They probably had things planned for him tonight too. They're like, come on, man. You know you were in the game plan tonight. You're gonna show up late. We're gonna bench you.
Why didn't they fucking bench? They know how to beat fucking Steamboat and SBI. God damn it, some bullshit. They let him get the fucking.
Oh, did we get to the bottom of that? Because
they said they've got to do it. You got to do it in commish settings. We'll have to figure that out, but we'll figure that out after the show.
At the end of the day, that was supposed to happen, right? Like even though he made the trade, the players that he was receiving had already played, so that trade wouldn't have processed till after the fact. The fact that it processed, that's weird as fuck.
Well, why did Sleeper do that? That's what I don't get. I mean, I just don't want them to think that I did it because I swear on everything that I didn't touch anything.
Listen, you know me, I don't even look at the app because I'm fucking so karmic. You know what I mean? I watch all the games as I go along, and I don't look at it until after the fact. So I actually found out about the trade on the show earlier because there's a trade. I said, did it get pushed
happened?
Through? That's what I said though. I said, did it get pushed through? Because I'm thinking, I'm like, fuck, I'm the commissioner.
He's like, we both are in that league. That's what I'm. That's why I was kind of worried because now they're gonna think that I was up to something. But
but
that's good.
Don't worry, they just try to grill you.
We'll figure it out tomorrow. No one grilled me.
Grill me. I'll just be like, they know I'm a dumbass when it comes to the tech shit. I'll mix the hell out of a song though.
We'll figure it out tomorrow. Right. Dennis Allen responds to CJ Gardner Johnson. We don't play dirty, but we do play hard. Yeah, fuck CJ Gardner Johnson. That guy's a fucking bitch.
He tried to get revenge.
No, he really did. He was talking all this shit. He's like, they pretend this. They got Derek Carr as their QB.
Oh, that's so dirty.
Like, fuck him, bro. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones said they couldn't afford to sign Derrick Henry in free agency. Yeah, right. You just didn't want to, Jerry. You thought you didn't need him, bro. That's what it was. And dumbass thought he could just bring back
because he had Rico, bro.
Rico Suave. Yep,
you know what's so crazy? I mean, all jokes aside with the Rico thing, is like Jerry Jones in his mind for real, he's like, I'll just bring back Zeke. Look at how good he did over there in New England. Yeah. He's gonna come back for cheap. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
Like, Jerry Jones swears he has it right.
Exactly. He swore that Zeke was gonna be revitalized, and he took a year
I'm the most morbid.
He'll come back and be better than ever. It's like, shut the fuck up, Jerry.
Come on, Spence. You got to vouch for this. On the panel, I'm the most morbid. Right? I make all the bad death jokes and stuff, and I always said for years, and I'm on record for this several times over. If I'm a Cowboys fan, what I want is Jerry Jones to die. Wait, we can get someone in there.
Steven, his son Steven, he
Steven
seems
gets
to be more
better.
reasonable. Yeah.
Jerry is like playing his own game. He's like, this is my
He
game.
thinks it's still the
I keep
90s,
dancing.
bro. He killed it in the
Remember
90s,
when
but
he
this
was
ain't
on
the
the COVID
90s
shit?
no more.
Hey, this is how bad Jerry Jones is one of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet. Check this out. During COVID times, like, I'm gonna draft on my yacht. COVID can't get me on the water.
Right? And he was
in
like,
the
we beat
motherfucking
the
water.
Saints. I'm gonna dance on Bourbon Street. We going on Bourbon Street.
You spanked him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you.
So yeah, since he danced on Bourbon Street, we went and ran a second line in the fucking streets of Dallas. We showed his ass.
I mean, on that same note too, if anyone is like, haha, Saints, you are who you are, if anyone says it, they might be saying the same thing about the Bucks.
Right? Yeah, the Bucks got exposed. I just drilled Sean Payton last week.
Sean Payton just has the drop on that defense, or what, on Todd Bowles?
Yeah, I think so.
The only thing I can come up with, I'm like, how the fuck did that happen?
Yep, it's gotta be.
I actually didn't play Baker in super flexes because Baker's my third in a lot of them. I didn't play him you know what I mean? Because I didn't think it was gonna be a competitive game. I was like, he's gonna, like, you know what I mean? And the Broncos have been like the worst against the run. I'm like, oh, they're just gonna pound it in every time they get down there.
Yep, in Dynasty, we got one from Sober Money. What up? Hello.
Hey man, sober money is the best money.
Yep, in Dynasty.
I done lost a lot of drunk money, I'll tell you that much.
Facts.
In the casino, like, hey, put it on red.
Yep. Drunk money, they usually don't make money. So yeah, shout out to Sober Money.
Oh, but it has. But shout out to Sober Money. That's the way to
go. Fact. Tight end premium. Would y'all trade Hawkinson for Higgins? Dynasty super flex tight end premium.
Damn fucking right.
Yeah, unless it's like 3 points for a tight end reception, but I mean, it's probably more like just 2 points.
Well, here's the thing: is just because Higgins is back and I can get like points. Like, if Higgins would have caught a touchdown tonight, he was wide open, and goddamn, Joe Burrow air mailed it, right? Otherwise, we were like, oh, okay, look at Higgins is back, right? Higgins is still. I'm gonna say this. It's gonna sound crazy to a lot of people. This is reality talk. Higgins is a top 20 talent at the position. He's a good receiver. He gets hurt a lot. Yeah. I'm just saying. He's
right. But yeah, Hawkinson, I mean, they're about the same age. I mean, this is a dynasty. So I mean, I think Higgins is actually younger than Hawkinson. So I'd take this deal. Yeah.
And we're gonna get Hawkinson.
It's only 1.5. Oh, well, then yeah, definitely take that.
Yeah, and what's your other tight ends to fall back on? He obviously has one that he's playing now in the absence of a Hawkinson, right? Here's the thing: is because Hawkinson's gonna come back like week 11, week 10ish, like sometime around like Thanksgiving, I would assume. Then he still got to work his way back in. You also gotta hope that they are who they are, and not Fugazi, because otherwise, say they drop the next 7.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, why would they bring him back, right? I'm just, wishful thinking. I'm hating on the Vikings right now.
Yeah, they might be.
I hate you. So. I hate you, Sam Darnold. You're not Darnold Schwarzenegger. You're not the Terminator.
Well, maybe he is.
I didn't want to celebrate when he died, too. Oh, he almost died. I was like, oh shit, that's.
Oh, so glad he didn't die. I got shares of him.
I don't want to celebrate.
Please don't.
We don't celebrate players' death. And when we say death, we mean like for fantasy purposes, like
injury. It's just injury.
Yeah, I just want people to know our slang.
Not actual people
know our slang on the show.
Right. Yeah,
damn, these guys are crazy.
Yeah, like, damn, they're wishing people.
That Bogart Scott Free is a morbid son, bitch. I'll be right back. Grab beer.
Heard that. I think between Gesicki, Henry, and Fant, that's enough to where you'll be all right, bro. I would still do the deal. Would you trade QJ and Likely for Bucky and Addison? Tight end premium? Nah, Peacock. I'd keep Likely. I think he'll get going. QJ, I'm guessing there's a dynasty. I mean, it's tempting though, and then Addison should be back, but I think I'd hold tight there, my brother. So, all right, well, let's move on now. Stock down real quick. Didn't have too many to talk about. Jalen Waddle, Michael Pittman, Josh Jacobs, Reek, Swift, Zamir, Rashad White, and Mahomes, man. Mahomes just hadn't really been getting it done for fantasy. But the thing is, even though all those are stock downs, they could be good buy low options. So But those running backs, so the Swift, Zamir, and Rashad White, I'm kind of worried about those three. But maybe buy low on Swift. Oh man, let's see. Yeah, unless you're a Chiefs or Patriots fan, it's tough sledding to. they're not spreading the wealth as far as the chippers go. But let's talk some Saints. Let's talk some Saints here. Let's get our Saints segment in real quick before we get in my humble opinion. We don't have much time left here on the Power Hour. We're almost about out of time, but let's get these Saints.
No, it's the extra power hour if need be. Fuck it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, here on the Guru Nation podcast and the Gen Wealth Net. Subscribe to both channels if you haven't already. And yeah, we're live damn near 7 days a week. I think we're live 6. So we're live Mondays for the Game and Power Hour, Tuesdays for Wakey Game Up, Wednesdays for Peacock's H-Town Huddle, Thursdays for the game, Fridays for Wakey Game Up, and Sundays for the game. So 6 days a week. It might be 7 if he can get his thing launched.
Oh yeah, no, if and when too.
Yeah, on Saturdays. Yeah, if he gets his thing.
Shout out to my man Iffy. I love you, bro.
Shout out to Wise Man. Yeah, we love you, Iffy. Keep fighting, and yeah, we'll get you rolling, man, on Saturdays, man. And not gonna lie, to talk UFC and other stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, and all of it.
100%. So yeah, let's see. Where's the Saints thing? Give me one sec. Oh, here we go. I got little bullet points about the Saints. Y'all ready for this? Here's my first bullet point, y'all. I've come to the conclusion Derek Carr, he needs protection. Lots of it. Because guess what? Without an offensive line, Derek Carr is trash. But when he's got protection, he's really good. Most quarterbacks, that's the case, but he's an extreme example of he's either great or he sucks. So where it's like, man, if he's got that protection, like when they've got the full offensive line healthy, like he's pretty damn good. But the thing was the center went down, Eric McCoy, and then all hell broke loose. So if McCoy can come back, he's our best lineman.
What happened to him? What injury?
Groin injury. Okay. So hopefully not too long of an absence.
Yeah,
might be a
few weeks.
Yeah, so it's just thing is though, it's like, man, we start going up when we go up against like the Falcons for Matt Judon, man. I'm kind of worried about that this week. So I'm
just kind of nasty, huh?
Exactly, man. I'm just like, yeah. So, and then another thing though that I'm worried about the Saints defense, bro. Our defense got exposed in that motherfucker. Oh, here's the scrolling thing I meant to pull up. Okay, our defense got exposed, man. Dallas Goedert, bro. Hey, how we can't stop a tight end, man? The first 2 weeks, Fergie was out, and then the Panthers ain't really have a tight end that's worth a damn. So it's like we got exposed. We've got to step up against tight ends, and guess who we get?
Goddard was part of the game plan too, though. Definitely because they were down to AJ Brown, so they definitely went in with Goddard as part of the game plan. But yeah, it was kind of crazy because a lot of them look like hero balls, to be honest. Some hero balls catching down the field, like that shit was kind of crazy.
Facts. So yeah, our defense gonna have to step it up, but I think we will. And then the depth's kind of a concern too. So just we need better O-line depth. Yeah, our pass rush ain't too bad. Actually overall we're not bad. So I'm just kind of going over a few things after the loss.
The reason I point out that your pass rush is decent is because like a good pass rush or at least decent pass rush will compensate for a lack there of secondary if you're looking in that direction. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got a huge matchup coming up against Atlanta, which I'm feeling pretty good about because guess what? Kirk Cousins is not a mobile QB. Dennis Allen thrives against pocket passers. His defense is kill pocket passers. So I'm thinking it'll do pretty good against Kirk. We got to hope Clint Kubiak's offense wasn't exposed on Sunday. But I think if Taysom can come back, shout out to Seven. And Shaheed, he should bounce back. So, like, yeah, it's like, I think
what's crazy? Shaheed, he had his chance at the big one in Carr.
He did. Yeah, he did.
Carr fucked that up. So, we wouldn't be worried about Shaheed, right? He would probably be like the biggest sell high candidate if you ask me right now. But now I even feel like buy low, like, because people might be like, oh, I need to sell him now. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just finished dinner, had chicken, salad, and rice. Ooh, that sounds like a good meal. I just had a beer, nice. But I had my dinner earlier. But yeah, I had the chicken and noodles. I had some leftovers. But yeah, Glad you had a good meal, my brother.
I'm having a late dinner. We just finished cooking some wings.
Oh hell yeah!
We're like, yeah, we never used them. Our oven's also an air fryer. I was like, fuck it, let's air fry those wings in the oven.
Oh,
like, let's see what it do.
Yes, sir. Sober Money's in a little trouble. He's saying, he said he barely won his game. Didn't beat the medium. His team, Mahomes, Tua, Carr, running backs, Pollard, Gibbs, Javonte, Roshan, receivers, Ayuk, Evans, Diggs, Pickens, then Hawk, Gesicki, Henry, Fant. Start 10. Is it time to sell some of my older players? I'm 10th in the 12-man league, not beating medium scores from week to week. This is a dynasty.
I would wait.
Yeah, I'd give it a few more weeks.
Because before the trade deadline in dynasties, if you're in bad shape, then you start talking to the people trying to make a push.
Exactly. And then they'll sell you all their draft picks.
Exactly. You can get their first rounds off of them for like veteran players. And at least that's what I always shoot for.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. Yep. Wait it out, bro. Wait it out.
I'm usually the guy buying. I'm usually the guy selling the first.
Don't blow up your team yet. I'd wait till like week 8 to 10. And if you're still near the bottom, then
because your schedule might be what's fucking you too, bro. To be honest, like, you know what I mean, like your schedule as in like who you played so far. So
appreciate
I would still stay the course, and then don't because you're not gonna get value yet. You know what I mean? Stock market shit. Just wait.
Exactly.
You're gonna thank me later.
100%.
Because if you're the bad team when you're getting closer to your league's trade deadline, then when you start, you'll be able to sell at older assets and get a lot of for your return. Boom, let's go.
Oh yeah. And speaking of pickups, man, this goes back shout out to my guy right here. He said he's been listening to the show ever since 2018 when I said to pick up James Conner. 6 years strong. Go. And shout out to James Conner. He's still going strong.
Yeah, man. That's pretty fitting. So, Hey, you know what's funny? That is the shit though, right? It's because like we're really good at this, right? And thank God we gave the right answer to someone, because at that one time would have been like, man, fuck this guy. Right?
Oh no, that's
this is what he's saying. No, you know what I mean? Like,
we got that
the
good
wrong
game,
answer.
Yeah.
Like
this was back. I think this was back in when I was doing the Instagram. This is on Instagram.
I'm just saying, like, say you gave the wrong start.
This was before the group panel, but but now we're even stronger that we've got a group panel. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, but you get what I'm saying. No,
right? Yeah, no, I get it. But I feel like though, if you give, even if you're wrong and you give good logic behind it, I'm the kind of person I'd come back. I'd be like, well, at least they gave a good logic.
See, and that's what makes you who you are.
Or there's someone, if it's like Gibbs or Stevenson, if you just say Gibbs and then Stevenson blows up, then I'm gonna say, well, no, I'm not going back to this guy. Yeah, but if you give good explanations, even if you're wrong, it's like
you gotta look at the matchup. There's a lot of variables involved. That's what makes it fun. This is why we do this.
Yep, exactly. So all right, y'all, our last segment of the night. In my humble opinion, y'all ready?
Let's go.
All right, here we go. My first one, y'all. I just got to say it, man. Crazy old Pete Carroll, bro. That motherfucker was a clown. Because guess what? He goes, I know their schedule's been easy, but, man, they just look so much better. They look like they're using their people right. And most importantly, their defense looks a lot better. I mean, past few years, it just seemed like the Seahawks, their GM's good. Like, they always get talent out there. They draft well. But crazy old Pete was holding them boys back. So, in my humble opinion, Pete Carroll was the problem. He was holding this team back. So they made the right call. Shout out to their new guys, McDonald, I believe the dude's name, the Washington.
Yep, Mike McDonald.
Mike McDonald. Yeah, the Ravens DC, and then their OC's the Washington guy, the OC.
Yeah, the Huskies guy.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
They're slinging it.
That's what I'm saying. They're playing defense, bro. Like, they're killing it over there. So, yeah, now that Pete Carroll's going, bro, Seattle's back in the mix. So, I think they're kind of fugazi as far as they probably shouldn't be 3-0, but they're definitely back to being dangerous with this new head coach.
Who they got this week?
I think they probably got a tough one this week. If I guess they've had cupcakes to start. They had Denver, New England, and in Miami with no Tua. Yeah, at Detroit on Monday. Yeah, I think they're gonna kind of come back to earth. But I'm gonna still stand on my take though about Pete Carroll. I think he was really
crazy old Pete. You know, I always said he was old and senile.
That's what I was saying. He's like the Joe Biden of NFL head coaches.
Nah, but see, you got to give him more credit than that because it's hard to be an NFL coach and host a successful morning show. Shout out to my man Pete Carroll, aka Ellen DeGeneres. You never see them in the same place at the same time. They are the same person.
So that's what
finally hung up.
Had to focus on his TV career on her there.
He finally hung it up.
Yep,
hung it up. I swear to God, they're the same person. Somebody put it in the chat. Vouch for me. Ellen DeGeneres and Pete Carroll. Have you ever seen them in the same room?
Tino's saying, Jesus, it's week 3. Don't get excited. Niners are hurting right now.
Thank you, Tino. And you know what's funny? Earlier in the show, when I jumped on, I just said, listen, no one should worry. If I'm a Cowboys fan, you shouldn't worry. They're starting off slow. I guess that's just kind of their thing since last year, too.
Yeah.
A little rusty, I guess.
All right, but part of this segment, if we can have fun and overreact. So I'm an overreact.
All right, in my humble opinion, I think no one should ever think the Cowboys will ever win.
Hell yeah, I'm with I agree. Opinion. I like that humble opinion. Here's my next humble opinion, y'all. And I might be a little biased being that I'm wearing the Saints cap, but I'm not just talking about the Saints here. I'm talking about the entire division. I think the NFC South is improved in 2024 as far as we're not the bottom feeder anymore. I think the NFC South has some legit teams. I mean, the Bucks are 2-1. They got Yeah, I mean, the Carolina's not that great, but at least, with the red rifle, they're not that bad. They're not that bad with him. They just beat the Ginsu's ass, and it's like the Raiders with
and you know how I feel about the Ginsu. That's a big deal.
Exactly. So the Saints, we're solid. I mean, we whooped ass the first 2 weeks. We could have easily won in week 3. Atlanta's 1-2, but I mean, week 1, Kirko was rusty coming off the Achilles. And last week, they could have easily beat the Chiefs. They were right there with KC. They beat Philly late. Kirko Chains, bro. He's got that dog in him. I mean, with Kirko Chains, Derek Carr, and Baker, it's kind of like the island of misfit QBs. But guess what? All them boys can sling it.
You got to love the current day NFL, huh?
Yep, and Andy Dalton, too. That's literally
we never used to see shit like that. Like,
I know,
you know.
Yeah, it's like the island of misfit QBs, the NFC South. But I think the division is much
draft capital carrying QBs. I mean, it is a not for long league more than ever, right? Like I was just saying that
more and more rookies than ever are starting, bro. It's getting to be more and more to where it's like who's the freshest, man. Not many players have.
And then you got to prove it. You got to prove it real quick, or you're out of here.
No, exactly.
Because you got to get paid. And if you prove it real quick, you can get paid. Like, look at the guys that got paid, right? As long as you get, like, okay, Danny Dumbass, you win a playoff game. Bong.
Trevor Lawrence.
Give me the money.
Yep.
You know, Trevor Lawrence, I'm in the playoffs. Bong, give me the money. You know what I mean? Like, it's good to have that on your resume. Just even for Justin Herbert, for that matter, right? On the other side, even though he blew a 27-0 lead, you can blame the coach. Either way, he did it. He knows. Okay, in my humble opinion.
All right, Bogey's got one. What you got?
In my humble opinion, I think I had too much expectation for my Niners this year for the first time.
Oh, Super Bowl hangover! Super Bowl hangover.
Normally, I'm just like, nah, we're suck. We suck. I even just over the top do it. I would just jump on the pods and be like, yo, we suck. I would just say that, just to like try to reverse jinx it.
Yeah.
I came out swinging, talking hella shit, and I'm paying for it. That's all my fault. They're all that. We lost a lot of good men out there. But Shanahan's a great coach, though. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
No, I think y'all will. I'll be honest. I'm to the point to where I'm like, am I concerned? I am a little bit. I'm a little bit concerned as far as like, it definitely doesn't look like one of those years where y'all gonna get the number 1 seed. But if y'all get in the dance, y'all could still be dangerous. Y'all got talent on both sides of the ball. So
we got
I wouldn't
CMC
count
getting
y'all out yet.
stem cells.
Oh, if they jack him up with them stem cells, bro, he might come back stronger than ever. So,
oh, that'll be hella dope.
Yep, dope him up with them damn
pay the fees.
cells.
We'll pay the fees next year.
Yeah, pay the Germans off.
There it is. Okay, this is what he does. He goes over there, mad stem cells and fuck it, steroid. Oh, you know what? Fuck it, HGH. You know the good shit. Boom, all of it. You know what? Fresh out of cadaver. Straight.
They'll figure out a way he'll figure out
that shit from the mice.
Evade the
Give him the real HGH fresh from a fucking a German that just croaked. Juice them up.
They inject the horses with.
Yes, all of it. And then
oh my god, he gets turned into a
then he goes through like several weeks of blood doping to clean his shit up out. And he just jacked. Right? Nothing noticeable.
He's already pretty damn jacked.
Come on, exactly.
He go back that episode where Stewie starts taking roids on Family Guy.
Come on. Hey, Stewie was tired of it, man. He was Stewie was like, you know what? I need the rest of my body to catch up with my head.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
You know, I'll have you know, Spencer, Stewie is a Bay Area term for going stupid.
We going Stewie, bitch.
He's getting Stewie right now, bruh.
Right? All right. So speaking of getting Stewie, here's my last humble opinion. I think the Titans are Stewie. And for the reason why they just got beat by Malik Willis, their former quarterback. They just drafted 2 years ago. So in my humble opinion, the Titans were fools for dumping Malik Willis. I mean, you draft this guy and then you just dump him to Green Bay and he ends up beating your ass. I mean, like, not just beating your ass. Like, and you just dumped him for nothing. Like, these teams are ridiculous, man. They give up on these QBs way too quick. I'm not saying Malik Willis is a franchise QB or nothing, but I am saying the Titans, like, they should not have just given this kid away for free to a team like Green Bay. That's now like, if something would happen to Love again, now that Green Bay's all right. I mean, what are these teams doing? I mean, the Bears did the same dumb shit with the Steelers, with Justin Fields, just gave him away for nothing. And now the Steelers are 3-0 with this kid. I mean, what are these teams thinking about just dumping these QBs like this? So fucking
they
stupid.
Just don't Justin Fields for real, though.
They really did, and they did the same with Malik Willis. And in both cases, they get the beat up, they get revenge. I mean, Malik Willis, the ultimate revenge narrative. I mean, you knew he was gonna tear up Tennessee. Fucking just so like they just don't. I don't understand it. Like, what are y'all doing? I mean, it's like, I get it. I mean, but keep him as your third, like your emergency third or whatever. Like, instead you just dump him for nothing.
You know what?
Trey Lance, I don't know. He's the exception. Trey Lance, he's just trash.
Like, I had this saying right before the year started. I just came up with this new saying that I was trying to live by. I said, I just want to win. I don't need to be right. Right? I just want to win.
Oh, yeah. Right? Yep. That's again. Niners swallowed their pride and Trey Lance was a failed project.
Yeah. You were doing content with me back then.
Yeah.
I had us trading up
for Fields
to get Trey Lance.
Oh, you predicted Trey Lance
in succession. Me and Guccini were lockstep too. Shout out to JD.
Yeah, I think it was Clark.
I was actually in the studio with them. That was the first time I actually met them in the 3-dimensional space. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And a goddamn prediction landed real tough. Boom. Nailed it. Boy, were we wrong.
Damn, yeah, so, you're not gonna be right about it.
I'd rather win than be right. I'm just saying, like,
No, 100%. Somebody just gotta swallow your pride. I mean, hell, Sean Payton, I just railed against him last week on this segment, and then guess what? He goes and kicks the Bucks' ass. So it's like, I mean, things change, man. The NFL, one humble opinion we can all agree on. The NFL is the most competitive league in the world. I mean, soccer, shout out to European soccer, but those leagues are top heavy. The best, they have royalty in those leagues. The NFL, I mean, there really is no like royalty because it's like even like,
bro. Like, I had a humble opinion that I was like thinking about, and I just really can't remember it right now, but I just came up with one. I have to do it.
Yeah, here's a good winning is very hard.
In my fucking humble opinion, I think the Vikings. I think Sam Darnold is just. He's gonna turn it back into that pumpkin, bro.
Hey, reverse jinx it. Reverse jinx it, bro. Reverse jinx it. Thank you. Thank you. He's gonna be great. He's gonna have a Baker Mayfield-esque year.
Okay. I can't even hate on that.
I mean, shit. Everyone wrote off Baker. Everyone said he was gonna turn back into a pumpkin.
You know what's so crazy too is like I'm notoriously like the hater on Sam Darnold, but at the same time too is like this offseason, I'm like he has all the weapons. Like he's you know what I mean? Like he's gonna be one of the better values. Well, you know, I had him lumped up with the Baker Mayfield, Derek Carr, Sam Darnold. That's how I had him lumped up.
Yep, Danny Dumbass around there.
Yeah, in the super flex league. This is where we're targeting these.
Yep, guys, Aaron Rodgers. Yep. The NFL is all about matchups.
I had them all above Aaron Rodgers, even. You know what I mean?
All of them above Aaron Rodgers?
Sam Darnold.
I didn't have all those guys above Aaron Rodgers. Damn,
because here's the thing, like Aaron Rodgers, because he carries a good defense too. So there's gonna be games.
Yeah, I wasn't very high on Rodgers for fantasy.
Yeah, they're gonna win games lower scoring. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like if you have a Sam Darnold now in hindsight after 3 weeks, right? If you have a Sam Darnold and you have a good defense, what's the best recipe? Run up the score. That's the new age league, right? In my humble opinion, and I've been saying this, in my humble opinion, the new age league is run the scoreboard up, and tee off on defense. What did the Seahawks do in the offseason? They hired a defensive-minded head coach from the Ravens, and they brought in the Huskies OC because they're about to shred. So they're going to run it up and then tee off on defense to the best of their capability. You know what I mean? Because that's what the Rams have done. That's what the fucking Niners have done. The Packers are in that fashion too, in that sense. Even life after Rodgers, because when they had Rodgers, what they'll do is just own time of possession and drag everything out. You know what I mean? If we need to shoot it out, we will. That's how Rodgers is. That's why I didn't have him as high as that. Yeah, I also I also was downplaying that Vikings secondary at the cornerback position because unfortunately they lost some guys an injury and also went to like an actual death. That was kind of crazy. Rest in peace. But then they brought in Stephon Gilmore and he's just like, and then you also have
the Vikings. Yeah, that was sad. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and you also have Murphy over there, and Murphy's a bad motherfucker. So now you have Murphy and Gilmore. It's like I should have thought of that, you know?
Yep, and Flores, bro. Flores, man, he might be a head coach next year.
It's all gonna be on the shoulders of Sam Darnold here.
The Terminator, bro. Let's rock.
Darnold Schwarzenegger.
I'll take it.
Come with me if you want to live.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, get in the chopper.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up.
That's it.
Any final humble opinions before we dip?
I just want to talk to Bogart Scott-Free for a second. It's gonna be all right, man.
Yeah,
Niners are gonna be all right, bro.
It's gonna be our fantasy row. You know, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. So, wake your game up tomorrow, y'all.
That's right. Wake your game up.
Want to grieve about fantasy row? You know, I have early waiver wire additions. My early waiver wire, I'll have more on them tomorrow. But my early waiver wire: Justin Fields, Bucky Irving, Joanna Man Jennings, Michael Wilson, and Tyler Conklin. We'll have more on that tomorrow. Wake your game up. So come back then, y'all. We'll catch y'all again on Monday for another Power Hour, but we'll have plenty of content before then to get y'all ready for week 4. Peace out, everyone.
Peace.